And we are live. Hello, one and all, and welcome to my WWE NXT TakeOver Philadelphia review. Wow. I'm still left speechless. Words cannot do this justice. My review cannot do this show justice. What, as the title says, what a show. Outstanding show, and I'm glad to come up here with a smile on my face and say shows like that are why I love watching professional wrestling. NXT TakeOver has never failed to deliver. We've had good takeovers. We've had great takeovers. There has never been a bad takeover, and 2.5 hours it clocked in at, left me wanting more, not less. It set the table for what is to come at NXT TakeOver New Orleans come WrestleMania weekend. Guys, if you're joining me, please participate in the live chat. Great to have you as always. We got a lot to talk about. And wow, what a way to kick off the weekend. I needed this show. Did not have the best of weeks, but this, like I said, this certainly put a smile on my face. And two match of the year candidates, two on the same show, easily makes this an A show. So you can guess what grade I'm going to give this. It's an A. But we certainly had a lot to talk about coming out of this show. A lot of framework was set for what is to come heading into NXT TakeOver New Orleans. So without further ado, let's talk about NXT TakeOver Philadelphia. So show kicks off on the air with our NXT Tag Team Championships on the line. AOP versus the Undisputed Era. To me, this was the weakest match on the show. It was just all right. I felt like their chemistry wasn't really clicking. I mean, it was just okay. Undisputed Era, they worked over the leg of, I believe it was Akam. I always get them mixed up. It's tough to tell. But they got the win here. And the match did pick up nicely towards the end when the Authors of Pain attempted to hit their Super Collider finisher on the Undisputed Era, of course, to no avail. And Undisputed Era were able to get the surprise win here. I mean, I'm not really surprised, I should say, but surprised in the fact of they're two smaller guys, Fish and O'Reilly are, against two giant monsters in the Authors of Pain who were undefeated at a time. They were former NXT Tag Team Champions. So they tried for their Super Collider finisher, but O'Reilly was able to hit a Hurricane Rana on Akam into Rezar, and O'Reilly got the roll-up win on Akam. So Undisputed Era retained their NXT Tag Team Championships in a decent opener. I'll say it was decent. Definitely weakest match on the card, but outside of that, I thought everything else on this card was either good to outstanding. And from here, business certainly did pick up. They show War Machine, who will be making their debut in NXT. NXT Tag Team Division is on fire. We got War Machine. We got the Authors of Pain. We got the Undisputed Era. We got drawing a blank here. We got a lot of great teams in NXT. And like I said, the Tag Team Division is on fire. War Machine will be a great addition to a well-rounded NXT Tag Team Division. And I look forward to seeing potentially a collision down the line between the Authors of Pain and War Machine. That could potentially be a match at NXT TakeOver New Orleans. We'll have to see. But they will be a great addition to the NXT Tag Team Division, like I said. Next match here, Velveteen Dream. Wow, the way that Patrick Clark has really embraced his character, as I said on Twitter, he's really become one with himself, and you can tell he lives the gimmick. That's how you got to do it. You know, you can't do this half-assed. It's just a character I'm portraying. No, you have to believe in who you are, and he has, and he's really transformed himself. From the moment he debuted, I was a little unsure about this character. I'm like, we'll see how far this lasts. But no, he was able to take what he was given and make it work. And this is going to be the year of the dream. I keep saying that. Wow. You know, he had an outstanding showing with Aleister Black. Tonight, him and Ohno went in there, and they had a pretty good match, I'd have to say. And by the way, Kassius Ohno, shout out to him for rocking the black and gold in Philadelphia. Did I say filth? I'm sorry. Philadelphia. don't want to piss off the Philly fans, but as a Penguin fan, I did like the black and gold in Flyers country. But this was a really good match. Like I said, I just like the style, the way that these two worked with one another. In the first 30 seconds, it looked like Ohno. Well, Dream said he was going to knock Kassius Ohno out in the first 30 seconds, and Ohno was able to catch Velveteen Dream off his feet here and almost got a quick upset pin. So I like that tease in the early going, like, quick match, kind of 30 seconds in. From here on, like I said, Ohno and Dream traded shots back and forth, but eventually Dream was able to hit the Purple Rainmaker, the Macho Man elbow drop. Ooh, yeah. So it looked really nice coming off the top rope and able to get the win here. No real surprise. I predicted Velveteen Dream would win, but like I said, he had another good showing on an NXT TakeOver event. Aleister Black and him, they tore it up in a Match of the Year candidate, and now here, another solid outing with Ohno, who I have to say looks in pretty good shape as well. Kudos to him. So good match, and we'll see what's in store next for the Velveteen Dream. NXT Women's Championship was on the line here. Ember Moon taking on Shayna Baszler. This was an all right match. Kind of slow in spots, but I have to say Shayna Baszler, her entrance, UFC-like entrance following her to the ring, pretty badass. And I like Shayna Baszler. I like the way she uses heel tactics, kind of standing behind the ref, with that sick, sadistic smirk on her face and just the way that she tormented and worked over the arm. I mean, she laid it in here on Ember Moon. Ember Moon had to fight. I have to say some really good selling here by Ember Moon on that injured arm, which makes sense. You attack the injured arm of Ember Moon, that prevents her from hitting what? The Total Eclipse. She was able to hit the Total Eclipse, but that really torqued the pressure on her injured arm. And when Shayna Baszler attempted to lock her in, to her into the armbar, Ember Moon fought for a while. I thought maybe fought for a little bit too long, kind of maybe made Baszler look a little bit weak, but I did like seeing Ember put up the fight there. And somehow she was able to get the 3 count. She was able to roll out. Baszler had her locked into that armbar for quite a while. I thought for sure Ember Moon, she's going to tap out and we're going to get a new champion. However, be that as it may, that Ember Moon got the 3 count. This story ain't over. And that's what I like about NXT. I can see the direction they're going in. Ember Moon wins. However, the story is, yes, she won, but Shayna Baszler ain't done with her yet. Shayna Baszler smells blood. She's like a shark in the water. She's hungry. She wants that NXT Women's Championship, and she will stop at nothing to get it. And after the match, she laid her out with the Kerfuda clutch. I hope I didn't botch that, but I probably did, and laid Ember Moon out. So we'll see what direction they're going in, but I would not be surprised to see another match between these two. Like I said, I think they could put on a better match. This was just okay, I'd have to say. It was okay. I did like the finish out of nowhere. That was shocking. Like I said, I predicted Shayna Baszler was going to win. Shayna Baszler, get that name right. But not disappointed that Ember Moon won. Like I said, she did just win the championship. What was it? At Houston. So we'll see what direction they go in. Maybe involve Kairi Sane. But the NXT Women's Division, they keep it simple. They have, good girl versus bad girl. And it's not like a mess like the main roster is. And I love it. So we'll see what direction they go in. They got a number of talented women down there. The future certainly is looking bright. So from here on out, they also showed Ricochet was watching from the crowd, so he will be making his NXT debut very shortly. And Ethan Carter III was shown watching. So we got War Machine, EC3, and Ricochet. The future certainly is looking bright for NXT, guys. Adam Cole versus Aleister Black. As you can see, huge fan of Aleister Black. His badass entrance. Adam Cole, baby. These two, outstanding. An Extreme Rules match that actually felt like a freaking Extreme Rules match. We had kendo sticks. We had steel chairs. The announcer's table was utilized. We'll talk about that later on. We had tables set up. Aleister took a wicked bump off the top rope. Thought he nearly killed himself, got concussed. Adam Cole got his hand busted open. There was blood in this match. Everything that I wanted in an Extreme Rules match, I got. And this truly felt like it was deserving of the Extreme Rules stipulation. If you're watching live or comment down below, when was the last time we got an Extreme Rules match that warranted the Extreme Rules stipulation? Because we all know we have that stupid pay-per-view. I don't know if it's still on the schedule or not. Who knows? I can't keep up with the way they changed the pay-per-view schedule. But this was everything that I wanted in this match and more. Like I said, these two beat the piss out of each other. And I really wanted to see Aleister Black get the win here. He did. However, it looked like when Fish and O'Reilly came out, it was going to be an unfair 3-on-1 advantage with the Undisputed Era. However, Sanity came out, which makes sense because they were attacked by the Undisputed Era. And this, of course, led to them evening the playing field. Chaos ensued outside the ring. And eventually it looked like, I believe it was the Undisputed Era. We're going to put Aleister Black through the announcer's table. But eventually Black was able to push Cole away, and he hit the double knee strike through the announcer's table. 6 spot there. Another 6 spot was when it looked like Adam Cole was going to put Aleister Black through 2 chairs that he put side by side. So instead of putting them the opposite direction, he put them back to back up against each other. And then when Black countered and suplexed him onto those chairs, you could just feel the pain. I've had some lower back pain in my life, but I cannot imagine the type of lower back pain that Aleister Black gave to Adam Cole, baby. And Cole gets hit with the Black Mass. Aleister Black gets the win. And I think he is being positioned for the NXT Championship. I think a showdown awaits whoever is champion. If it's Almas, ooh, that'll be a good match. I wouldn't be surprised. So, really good match. Like I said, warranted the Extreme Rules stipulation. And, oh, it's tough. What was my match of the night? It was going to be this. Either one, you can't go wrong. But I got to give it to the main event. Johnny Gargano challenging for the NXT Heavyweight Championship versus Andrade Cien Almas with Zelina Vega in his corner. Everything in this match you could want and more. 2 guys going out there being the absolute best. Almas, the arrogant, cocky heel, thinks he can do it all. Thinks that just because he's the NXT champion, he didn't have to give a shit. But yet you had Johnny Gargano. The story told in this match was every time it looked like Almas had him shut down, Johnny wouldn't die. Johnny would continue to fight and fight and fight. And that's what I love in him. He is a great underdog. He wouldn't back down. Even with Zelina Vega getting involved. And she certainly played her part in this match. And with Candice LeRae going after her, that was fucking awesome to see. Just near fall after near fall. I can't recap this match because there was so much craziness going on in this match. But rest assured, my words cannot do this justice. Go watch this match. Of course, after this review, but go watch this match. Hell, I want to watch it again. That's how good this match was. It just seemed like Johnny came so close to winning it. However, Andrade was able to find a way, somehow, some way. Like I said, this was, I wonder how long this match went. At least went 30-plus minutes. Almas was able to hit the draping hammerlock DDT for the win and retained his NXT championship. Out fucking standing match, guys. Amazing. Just 2 match of the year candidates. Like I said, I give the slight edge to this match, but both matches were amazing. After the match, Gargano and Candice are walking up the ramp. Johnny's really injured, and looks like we're going to fade away, cut the show off, and who would return but the Psycho Killer himself, Tommaso Ciampa. He whacks Gargano in the back with a crutch. And we go off the air there. So the stage is set for what could be a potentially explosive weekend in New Orleans for NXT TakeOver. The show I cannot wait for. We could get Andrade Cien Almas versus Aleister Black. Potentially Shayna Baszler, Ember Moon, maybe you could have submissions match stipulation to that, and Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa That would be a really strong lineup right there. We'll see what direction they go in, but I can kind of see the way that this show planted the seeds, guys. A show. Outstanding show. That's why this review ain't that long, because there's really not a lot to nitpick. Baszler Moon was okay. The least, the match that I didn't really care for that much, and it wasn't a bad match, it was just an okay match, was the tag titles match. Everything else was either good to outstanding. Go out of your way to watch this show. 2.5 hours. Does not waste your time. Once again, NXT proves why it keeps things short, sweet, and to the point. Keeps it simple. Simplifies it. And that is why it will probably be the best show this weekend. Now, with that being said, let's shift focus. Can't wait for the Royal Rumble. I don't know. We'll see, guys. After Raw 25, I'm kind of broken. Seriously, that show broke me. And it's a shame because, and then I realized this Rumble build has been pretty shitty. It's just been half-assed and thrown together. So you wonder why I'm going into this show kind of cold-feeted. And I'm hoping it delivers. It can deliver. They have the talent to make it deliver, but will it deliver? Rumble needs to be an A show tomorrow. B at the most. A or B. I will not settle for C or D. Stakes are on the line here. The road to WrestleMania is coming. WWE, main roster, get your shit into high gear. NXT proved they can do it. Albeit you have a 4-hour runtime, but you have the talent to be able to put together a good show. So, hey, Vince, forget the XFL. Give me a good 4 hours. I ain't watching 2-hour pre-show. Give me a good 4 hours. Because if you don't, it's going to be a long road to WrestleMania. But guys, bringing things back here full circle. Hope you enjoyed this NXT TakeOver Philadelphia review. Giving it an A. Please leave your comments down below. What did you guys like? What didn't you guys like? And as always, before we go off the air here, be sure to follow me on Twitter at DanielGaza412. Be sure to check out my channel here at youtube.com/DanielGaza412 for all my latest videos, such as my Royal Rumble live reactions, which I will be doing live during the 30-man Royal Rumble match, my Royal Rumble review, which will be going live at 11:30, and stay tuned for future videos as well. So that does it for this review, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will be back up here tomorrow night for the Royal Rumble. Until then, take care. See you guys.